Vicky and John from Latitude. We live.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
What day is this? Day 7?
Indeed, it's day 7, I believe.
Great. So give us a rundown on what is going on out there for you guys right now.
Well, we had tough sledding last night. We had intervals of low wind and then some high wind and, between 10 and 20. And unfortunately, it was more towards the 10 side. And our competitors had 20s, and we can tell by this morning's schedule, they're closing in. So we got to put the pedal to the metal, and we got to get lucky with the winds here.
Yeah, sounds good. Are they further north than you, south than you, or what? Where are they finding better wind that you're not getting?
They're off to the right of us. That would be north, and behind us, they're finding something. We're just assuming that they had better winds because they closed in on us. Maybe we messed up. Who knows? But our data says that we're performing well. So obviously they're outperforming us. They've got to have more wind, and that's kind of the assumption that we make.
Yeah. So what are you flying for sales right now?
Well, we have our, as usual, the normal complement of the angle appropriate spinnaker, full main, and stay sail, and we adjust those all the time. That's actually one of the keys to boat speed, obviously, for any boat, is to be constantly actively trimming. You can't just cleat stuff off. That's not going to happen. In fact, speaking of active trim, I'm going to put Captain Schwenk on here. I'm going to endeavor to get him on camera. He's got himself fully coiffed and ready. So
we're looking forward to that.
As would be appropriate for an interview with Latitude 38.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Tell us if the sound is okay, because we don't have, an auxiliary microphone. We just have the iPhone. So stand by.
You're sounding good so far.
Okay, we're going out. We're going outside. There may be some wind noise.
Okay, no problem.
Good. Hola.
Hello.
Hi.
Have you missed any fireworks at your house, Nicole?
No, I'm in the mountains right now, and there's no fireworks allowed up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good. We don't want to distract you, Andy, but it looks pretty sunny and nice out there.
Yeah, we saw the brightest green meteorite falling out of the sky. It was just it looked like a flare coming down out of the sky. It was pretty wild. Lit up the whole night.
Wow, sounds great. And then you had some fluky or shifting winds last night. And so were you changing sails in the middle of the night?
Oh, yeah.
We do that. And then here on the helm, we got, that's our navigator, Chris Bush. No relation to the world famous Brendan Bush of Express 37 National Championship. He's the navigator on the Triumph. They may get to meet this summer for the first time ever. And then we have the French connection, Clement. He's trimming the main. You can see he's got the main sheet in his hands, just like if he was sailing a laser today. And then here on the spinnaker sheet, we have the yacht's engineer, Andy Dipple, the famous, good-looking, and talented chef. He actually has done more than his fair share of cooking, which is nice for the rest of us. And then, of course,
what kind of speed you getting right now? What's your?
Well, if the instruments we depending on how windy it is, your trick is.
Uh-oh. Oh, we've got a freeze.
We've got a freeze. Yep. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was me or Andy. So it seems like Andy has frozen this time. We're all having.
Looks like it's Andy. We've got a tropical freeze, mid-Pacific in that 80-degree warm weather. It's frozen.
Okay. Well, hopefully he comes back shortly.
If they come back on.
Thank you, everyone, for bearing with us as we, try to live stream from the middle of the Pacific.
Nikki, while we're chatting here too, you could tip your screen up, your camera up a little bit, sir, because the top of your screen, there you are. We're just seeing your eyes. There's all of Nikki. All right.
Good to see everyone.
Yeah, let's see. So it looks pretty sweet out there, though, mid-Pacific. They dropped. Okay,
we'll
so
they come back on. stand by, everyone who's on. I do believe they will be back on shortly.
I'm going to text you.
Yeah. Doing the best we can out here.
Okay. Damn. Well, this virtual sailing's pretty nice. I mean, here I am sitting in my computer screen with you, and along with hopefully some other readers, listeners, viewers that are seeing what's going on mid-Pacific. I think they're about 1,500 miles down the track. Got 1,000 miles, not quite 1,000 miles, under 1,000 miles to go. So, but they feel the heat. Their competitors are behind them, and looking at the track of all the boats crossing right now, it looks like the guys behind the Saturday starters are still facing some lighter winds. That the early starters have had better winds the whole way across, but little subtle angle shifts put some people at a better angle or better breeze.
Yeah.
So let's see if they
and how are they looking? So how does it? I don't have the Yellow Brick tracker open, John. How does that look in comparison to what Andy was just saying about being a bit behind, or them feeling like their competitors made an edge on them last night? Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yellow Brick makes it look pretty consistent across. I mean, I'd have to dial in pretty closely, I think, to see if there really is variable winds across the course they're sailing. But it looks like they're all in pretty consistent breezes. But, squalls and other local aspects can definitely create local conditions that favor somebody or not. And then, of course, as they said, trimming and sail choices and angle of attack all make a big difference too. Nikki, are you you seem to have frozen as well?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, there you are. All right. I thought it was just me, but that's it's definitely interesting out there in the course, as always, because they're all rolling. They're all at probably best speed possible, maybe want a little more wind, but now it's just up to the details of racing. Like he said, get the main sheet in his hand like a laser sailor. And that's really what makes the difference right now when they're all close together and just trying to go as fast as they can.
Yeah. Well, we're hoping they're able to jump back on here for you guys. We're going to stay on for a few more minutes. We know that you haven't tuned in to see us sit here and talk, but we're really hoping that they get back on. They said the Starlink has been consistent all morning. Mine is more or less consistent up here in the mountains. There are lots of trees, so that's problematic.
Yeah.
And we've got some comments coming in. So yeah, you're welcome to everyone who appreciates that we're trying to do this. And we also appreciate everyone being along with our technical difficulties. We really, this is something we've never done before. It's something we can possibly do more in the future, but we're just playing with new technology here.
Yeah. And I'm also, I write a story in the current issue of Latitude about stars or Starlink, which I'm posting in Electronic Latitude today alongside a little Transpac update, which hopefully we'll post the YouTube link as well at noon today. And I guess it may be mostly you and I chatting, but hopefully the Westerly crew will reconnect with us here. But maybe they're jogging.
Yeah. Maybe. And, we would prefer them to, sail safely and focus on that first. Of course, if they're able to connect with us, it would also be really great to chat with them for a few more minutes. So
it appears one of our streams is having connection issues, it says on the screen there. So
I know. I think when it says it on your screen, it's your connection issue.
It's me.
When it says it on mine, I can see that the Starlink is having an issue. So
all right. Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to be home with a good connection and strong Wi-Fi and fiber optics and all the good stuff, but nonetheless, somebody's intruding here. Something is. We're also getting a lot more hacker comments in our comments section of Electronic Latitude, which started 2 weeks ago. Who knows? But let's see, maybe we should share screen. I don't know if anybody's looking at the yellow brick tracker of the Transpac, but it is pretty fun if you see where people are going. Argo joined the race. It looks like yesterday or this morning. They dropped out because they had engine problems, which people use engines in the Transpac race, hopefully not to turn a propeller. They don't turn a propeller, but they use it to generate electricity so they can fire up their communications such as Starlink and everything else. And also, which they have to make water, most of them. Maybe all of them. I wonder how many Transpac boats are working with water makers versus full freshwater tanks. But Argo has jumped back in after being out for 2 days with engine problems, and they're going to be 1,000 miles behind their other Mod 70s and trying to catch up to the Saturday starter fleet, which includes Rio 100 and all the Santa Cruz 70s, Andrews 68s. They got the pedal to the metal. I guess they just want to head for a Mai Tai with the rest of the boats.
Yeah.
All right.
So they are trying.
Oh, they're trying. Okay.
They're trying. They're cycling. They said to say that they're cycling there right now. That's what they're doing.
No, I didn't say that. That's what's.
Yeah. So Dave let me know that they're cycling the inverter and they're going to try to get on after. So we're just going to hold tight for a minute. So thanks everyone who's tuning in. We did have the crew dropped off. They are cycling right now again. So we do patience if you've tuned in to talk to Westerly. And a few more minutes to see if they come back.
All right. And there's some other, I guess, mention the other tight races. I mean, there's a lot of tight racing out there. Mm-hmm. Favonius from the Bay Area here is racing against another sister ship, Daler 46. Very close together. Favonius with an edge at the moment, but I think they got 600 or 700 miles to go. So they're also, I guess, like we say in today's electronic, in the slot car lane, and really just pushing it straight at Hawaii, with also hoping to maintain right angles, right trim, and who's going to just dial it in right at this point and avoid the nasty crashes, jibes, and other things that can upset the best of plans.
Absolutely. So Westerly is going to try 60 seconds. They said 60 seconds.
All right, we'll count down. This is kind of like the first moon landing, or moon launch, when we got our first communications coming in from the moon, and Neil Armstrong was talking to us. So, we've progressed that we can all be like, join him out there. But it's taken a while.
It sure has. Well, and we appreciate everyone's patience. We are trying, we will do more of these in the future. I'm sure technology will continue to evolve and advance, and things perhaps will get easier. But regardless, it's pretty cool to be able to talk to the crew while they're out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, but, if you want to put a, stamp on an envelope and write us a letter, we still accept those too. Even, that technology is still working since before the Pony Express.
It sure is.
Yeah, that's how we used to get our first messages here in the West Coast from the East, or a message in a bottle. Throw that in the water. Maybe we'll hear that too.
Okay. All right. I think that they are not going to jump back on you guys. So big apologies from the crew of Westerly. They think the inverter is not going to work anymore. So they might have used up all their inverter time this morning. So that's a bummer. But for those of you who did jump on, they were on earlier for a brief moment. You can go watch the stream from the beginning. They gave us a rundown on the conditions that they've had. It's been a little bit on a lighter wind side, and they're working to make up some distance and hoping to catch some speed. But it's getting warmer out there, and the whole crew says aloha.
Aloha. All right. So we're going to try one more time on Friday, right at 11?
Our plan is to do Friday at 11. I'm going to communicate with the crew when they're able to. And from there, we'll see what track they're on for getting into Hawaii. It would be great to hopefully stream with them, once they're getting close to the islands, but we're going to let that schedule sort of evolve based on their trajectory.
Yeah, well, and they said they were hoping to be an under 9-day sail. They're on day 7, so on Friday they should be getting pretty darn close.
It's true.
Along with many other boats. Sweeta Coley is still out front in her class from Richmond Yacht Club. They're dialing in, staying in the breeze. So there's a lot of boats that should be coming in the next, Friday or over the weekend. So
awesome.
We shall see.
Well, we did get, John, just so you know, I'm looking at the comments. We've got a lot of comments, people saying thanks for trying. So you're welcome, everyone. We're sort of plugged through this new technology with all of you. We think it's something that could be really cool to, do in the future. So thanks for sort of being on our maiden voyage here.
All right, everyone. Good to see you. We'll see you on Friday.
All right, John, I'm going to end
Have
this.
a great week. All right.